Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2023 of the future. I'm Patrick.
I am Padre.
And man, when was the last time we went live? That's actually a decent question.
A few weeks ago.
No, I don't think that. I think it was a long. We upload videos constantly and we stream on Twitch, but we never been live on YouTube for a long time. So we're dusting it off. We're hoping we're bringing it back. That's what we're doing. We're bringing it back.
That's what we're doing.
All right, we have so much to talk about because it's a new year. X-Wing has gone through so many changes. I mean, I'm playing in stores again. Robert is list building and making stuff online. Man, what?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, your store. How well is your store doing?
My store is doing very healthy.
See, lots of players. They're out there.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, all right, we're gonna get into it. We really wanted to do this video to what people should expect for X-Wing in 2023.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Exactly, because I mean, AMG rattled off a lot of stuff when they live stream on what they wanted to do. The 5-year plan, what to expect when expecting. There's been speculation, there's been demand, there's been people requesting for stuff. They answer a lot of it. So, I mean, this is going to be for the people who honestly don't know, like, when are we going to be seeing new ships, and when are we going to get Epic, and when are we going to do this? And so, I mean, we're going to give our best answers and stuff like that, and we're going to bring everybody up to speed on what is going to be happening, hopefully, in the next year.
Yes.
So, are you ready?
I was born ready.
You say
I am
that.
so ready. I'm so ready that I'm ready.
All right. So, we've covered this a little while back, but AMG announced in one of their streams that they're going to be bringing back regionals or store champs. They did say store champs, but
That is correct.
We're going to see what that means because, I mean, for those of you who were never here during the entire store champs and regionals kit, so you could go to your local store and they would have a store champ at the actual store, but then regionals would happen, and then you would go to another local store, possibly not yours, and that would be within a generated area for your region, and then that region would get you an invite to a bigger tournament.
You had your store, you had your states, you had your regionals,
exactly.
You had your hyperspace qualifiers, you had your you had all of these different
ways to play, different levels of competition. Yeah. It was amazing.
I mean, so if you won your store championship, you got the buy for the state or the regional, and if you won the regional, you got the buy into worlds. It was so exciting.
Exactly. So it's definitely something that people want to have happen, and I mean, now that they've announced it, I think this should be implemented, and I'm gonna say will be implemented by AMG, because if you don't, there's going to be problems.
It's going to be implemented by Adepticon, so we're in March because Worlds are in March, folks.
Worlds are in March, so if that's happening, the date. Adepticon is when, Robert? Because we're supposed to be going.
Here, I'll let you know.
Thanks.
Let me look at my calendar here. That's sometime in March. I know that.
Yes, exactly. So in March is Adepticon. That's Worlds, to where they're going to, I believe, allow who's ever won a previous regionals. Go ahead.
That's going to be the 16th, 17th, and 18th and 19th, Patrick.
There you go. They're going to accept people.
Get there on Wednesday, folks. Get there on Wednesday.
They're going to accept people who have won previous tournaments that, they weren't allowed to use their Worlds ticket because of COVID and all that. So they're letting people in there. There's probably going to be qualifiers. There's going to be tons of ways to be able to play in Worlds and, find out who's the best player in the world. And this is the first year that AMG is hosting it. It is at Adepticon. It's not at FFG headquarters like it was in previous years. I know, of course, it wouldn't be this year, but it's not an AMG headquarters. It's actually at a major event. Which,
I mean, what do they got? Like 3 office spaces and like a small little cloakroom or something like that?
Probably. I would like to see it move. That never happened previously. I would love to see Worlds, move to different events, like move to Gen Con, move to I know people are gonna kill me if I say over to Europe, but yeah, move a tournament over to Europe so that we can get a Worlds over there, like every 2 years.
I'm
or
going to
something
say
like
no
that.
on that, Ghost Rider.
Why not? Why can't we have a Worlds not in America?
Simple economics. Very
It's
simple economics. I'm gonna explain to you why.
okay. Go ahead.
Find one place to have Worlds that's going to be a very good static place. Gen Con or Adepticon. Those are larger cons, whatever.
See, this is when
And
when people are
and
leaving
now
comments below, make sure you let Robert know how a map works and how tightly knit
now the reason I say this is every
Europe
year
is.
it's going to be at X space on the map.
So you don't
Every
want
year.
it moving. You want it always in one spot.
One spot. And that way, if you're in Europe, you need to save X amount of dollars for your flight over. You need to save X amount of dollars for your hotel and all that. And it's a known figure. Period, exclamation point. I have to go
All
to
right.
this destination to go there.
Sorry, Europe. Robert says no.
So, sorry, Europe.
You got to
I say
jump
no.
across. And sorry, people in Australia.
Okay.
You're really.
Well,
oh man, that's like
If you want to
a
hold
15-hour
it
flight.
somewhere internationally, how about Windsor, Ontario? Nice place right there. Windsor.
How about in the
All right,
center of
well,
America, like Gen
about-
Con, right in the center. The center is I'm gonna say is center, anyways.
I don't know if they could. I don't see why they couldn't pull it off there. I don't know why.
We're already off topic, and we're only like 4 minutes in. All right.
No, we're not off topic. We're talking about store champs and regionals and things like that. But
well, this
talk
is
about the important part about the store champs, though.
I mean, you need store champs to help build a community, something to aim for, and to get people that are in the competitive nature out there playing.
Right.
I mean, we are having
AMG
fun.
is not going to help you in any way to build your local community. You. That's right. I'm talking to you. That guy right there. The guy in the Hawaiian
the
shirt.
one in the back.
Yeah, you have to organize your store, and you have to build your community. Because if you build it, they will come. Okay? You have to take the initiative.
But I want
You
AMG.
want it, you need to make it happen.
I want AMG to help with prize support, kits, something fresh and new. Like
they're resistant.
that's the problem. I don't know if because I play enough Crisis Core to know to where I've asked Crisis Core players, and I'm like, so what's the competitive scene? They're like, what really? It's really community run. Like they do have events, but
I saw it at Adepticon, for God's sakes. They had a beautiful Marvel Crisis Protocol tournament going on, and they had I don't know how many tables. I sent you photos of it, and they had terrain, and it was all set up, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous, Patrick. It was absolutely gorgeous.
That's great.
But that was an AMG running that.
That wasn't. That's another problem. So
that was somebody else who ran that, and until AMG builds the store tournament kits and the regional tournament kits, and and so on and so on, they're not doing it. But and not to say a plug here, but I'm going to say a plug here. Recon Tokens, we can make your tournament kits for you.
See, and that's no, I'm going to segue right to there, because yes, we love it when people come to us looking for products, not because, of course, there is a cost of that, profit. There is profit there. It's great. Yeah. We love people reaching out to us. We love designing tokens, but I would so much rather see
a big discount to local tournament organizers.
I would still rather
it's coming out of their pockets.
AMG do something about it. I would rather them. If there is going to be store champs, and they should start this year, you should not skip your feet on this AMG. There should be really solid prizes. And I know there are people that are saying, I'm not in it for the prizes. That's great. Guess what? I've been playing with so many new players that are looking for those prizes. So we're looking to get them to the table as well as get you to the table, because you're there to play X-Wing and compete. So That's exactly why you do these types of store kits, because it
You got
appeases
to
a lot
have
of
a
people.
little swag.
You
You
got to
have to
have
have a
swag,
little swag.
of course.
Okay. And it may not be big swag or anything like that, but you got to provide some swag. I mean, the little acrylic tokens that FFG was giving out. I mean, guys loved that, and they loved the little art cards of the upgrade cards, and they loved
Yeah,
the alt art
I
cards
just
of the pilot cards,
I just found a stack of
and the
them.
templates, and yeah, I mean, who doesn't, right?
Well, no,
But
my daughter opened up a zipper that I gave her a pack to hold her Pokemon cards, and all of a sudden she goes, "Dad, what are these?" I'm like, "Oh my god, those are all my Pokemon, or those are all my X-wing cards from like back
dude,
in the day."
I opened up a drawer today, and I couldn't believe it. I have like a baggie, a gallon-sized baggie full of like Destiny and X-wing tokens.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
acrylic, all of
and
that.
right, you know, and I. Why do I have it? I don't know. It was I threw it into a bag and threw it away into the drawer. But we all loved that stuff, and I think that AMG is missing a way to entice the local player to sit down at the table and come out on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night or a
Yeah,
Saturday morning or what have you by not putting out these little $15 tournament kits, which the
yeah.
owners would then turn into 3 or 4 weeks of tournaments,
Because that,
right?
like, I love that things are community run, but I really want them to do something about it. Because if they're boasting that these store champs are coming, they need to start this year, and they need to start giving something that's,
Dude, they
don't
needed to
don't
start
throw us
6 months ago.
well, don't I know they did, but don't throw us old stuff. And I know,
Yeah.
well, if the new players don't have it, then it's like, because you really stop recycling old stuff.
If
Get
you
some
didn't
new
see it the
stuff in there.
first time, it's new to you. Well,
Exactly.
look, if
Um,
I start seeing a whole bunch of little metal tokens that say charge on them, I know they rated the FFG Covers, right? It's just like, what
yeah.
do we got in here? What's in this
But
closet?
that's the other thing. It's a nudge thing. If all of a sudden they have these champ seasons and these store kits, honestly, it doesn't truly matter what's in the box. It does a little bit. It does, but the community is then going to build off of that. It's like, oh, cool, you got that kit here. I have some stuff that I can give you. Oh, here, the store that I go to prints stuff at the store. They laser cut stuff. They 3D print stuff. So you can literally tell
Right.
them, hey, could you make some bottle cap tokens? Could you make these tokens? And we'll add
Sure.
that and include it, and we'll give you money to do that, to make this a bigger store champ than it normally would be. And we'll, you can advertise for it, and we'll get, because guess what?
Oh,
Most players just want more players to come
yeah.
and play and
And that's
show up.
true. And that's true. But conversely, AMG would rather have us do all the work
You
so
can't.
they don't have to pay for it.
I,
And if you want to have a bigger market share, you're going to need to throw some money out there in order to get these people in there. And I
yeah,
don't know if they're aware of how that works or how successful FFG was at that. Let's face it, say
yeah.
what you will about FFG. Their tournament kits
Oh,
and their tournament support for the big tournaments, it was always good.
you just struck a memory chord where me and Chuck were trying to outbid each other for a store champ kit that we were both going to use in our campaign against cancer, like back in 2017. He goes, some bastard outbid me.
I remember that.
And I go, yeah, that was me. He's like, you idiot. I'm like, we're both idiots. But yeah,
Yeah.
to close this part out, AMG,
Right.
the community has carried this for so long. I think you can uplift it and do something with that, because if you're going to then claim that store champs are coming, you need to start that this year, 2023.
Okay. Remember this, and I'll say it again. You need to just start 6 months ago.
But that's it. No, we're starting positive. 2023. We're coming up green.
Okay. So January,
Yes.
February, March.
You like, honestly, you need to announce them within the next couple of months. If that's the
Okay,
case,
so you have, so you literally have 10 weeks at the most of store championships.
do you want to know the stupidest part about this? If you don't announce it and make it official, people for some reason don't like attach that this is something that, you know, matters to me. For some reason,
Well,
if a local store runs something that's great, that's beautiful, and you know,
maybe they could put it on their website.
but you know what? We need podcasts
Ooh.
bragging that they won the store champ. I think that's what it is. We need
Well,
podcasts
we
bragging
we
about
need
winning their local store
okay.
champs.
So we need podcasters to step up to the plate. Okay.
And what?
We say what?
And do
Do
what?
what?
Yeah.
To find out who in their local areas. And when I'm talking about local areas, I mean like if you're a podcaster in, let's say, Des Moines, Iowa, all right, you need to go out into 100-mile or 200-mile radius to find out what stores are having store championships. And then when you're talking on your podcast or on your video cast or whatever it is, they need to say, and hey, this weekend, blah 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 is having an X-wing championship.
They do
They
that.
need to add, yeah.
They do
Well,
that
they need to.
now for their own store kits. We have Hexiled Gaming talking about tournaments that they're running that someone else is sponsoring, and like that's the community is doing great. If like that's the thing, it's now or never for AMG. I'm just gonna say that.
So
Either take it
so
or
just
don't.
so as a nice segue there,
Yeah.
okay. Eternal Games, Saturday, February 25th at 1 p.m. at Eternal Games in Warren, Michigan, is having the X-Wing Pre-Worlds Throwdown at Eternal Games.
I love it. Pre-Worlds
Okay,
Throwdown.
the Pre-Worlds Throwdown. Okay, and that's Ryan Staniszewski who's putting that together.
Oh, good job, Ryan. See, he
Okay.
loves this game.
Oh, he does, and he's been key. He has been key to keeping it alive at that store since, like,
Oh,
let's face it,
2017.
the fall, right? Since we had the fall of X-Wing,
The fall.
and he has kept it going. Is he getting the numbers that we had when it was 1.0 and early 2.0? No, but is there a solid core of people that are showing up there on Saturdays? Yes.
Listen, if you're in the New England area, which actually that's a really big area now that I think about it. If you're in
Yeah,
Connecticut near the Battle Standard,
there you
that's
go.
where I'm going to be Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Either I'm setting up for HOTAC or I'm just going to be playing with the normal group of guys with standard 20-point matches where we just randomly draw a scenario and we battle it out. And then the guy at the store wants to start a HOTAC campaign, and then also he is running a huge campaign to where first it was Armada, to where it was an Armada League, then a Legion League, then it's going to be an X-Wing League, and then he's going to combine it all together at the end to make one giant scenario to where there's a space battle over here which determines what happens over here, and then there's troops on the ground that are doing this over here, and it's all going to conjoin together in like one final battle royale. So
Okay, that sounds cool.
that's what I've been talking about for years, and this guy is pulling it off, so we're going to see. I'm so excited.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Exactly. It
Everybody,
sounds amazing.
everybody who's in the Star Wars universe gets to play on the same day, and they all are trying to do the same thing, which is defeat the evil empire.
Exactly. All right. So, re-release ships and extended ships. Go ahead. Do your thing.
No. I'm fine.
All right.
I'm fine.
All right.
Fine.
So, they've
I'm not
announced
fine,
it.
but I'm fine.
They're going to be doing mini core sets, kind of. It's going to be 3 ships per faction in a box. I know you're thinking they've already done that, but it's like I'm excited for that because hopefully it's got some core set materials in it, like objective tokens or maybe a damage deck, range, something to where a kid or an adult can buy this box and start playing 2.5 right out of the box. Everyone's screaming updated instructions. Hopefully those are in there. I know everyone's saying that they need something
on that.
They need something. So I mean, to put everything in that box is a lot to ask from AMG, but I would like something to that effect in there. The objective tokens, and maybe an updated rule set book to where to go and what to do for the new rules.
Okay, how much are 3 ships? How much is a ship right now, Patrick?
$22.95.
$22.95.
Yeah.
Okay, so call that $69 for 3 ships if you bought 3 ships.
Usually they run
So
about
if
50 to 60.
yeah, so if you can get if they're gonna take those 3 ships and make those around, let's say, $55 to $60, I think you're saving a couple of bucks, and that makes it a little bit more palatable to purchase 3 ships at one time.
Yeah.
Considering the cost of buying them, singly. I think that's a great idea. I think it just allows you to expand your collection, 3 ships at a time. Then the 3 ships are kind of connected in such a way that you're going to get synergy off of the different upgrade cards and off of the pilots. And I think that's a wonderful idea. I'm all for that, and I'm all excited about that too, because that's
I
just
mean,
cool. Look at these 3 ships that I got, right?
I think it's a brilliant idea. They're starting to do to where it's they're releasing packs with multiple ships in it.
Hmm.
To help expand your collection just a little bit faster or catch people up that need the more ships to keep up with
Right.
those players that have been playing for 11 years, because this game's been out for that long now.
Yeah.
They've mentioned, of course, the Lambda shuttle, the TIE bomber, the YT-2400.
And others.
Well, I really, I mean, I would like to keep going, but I would love to see the Lambda shuttle and the TIE bombers in the 3 ship pack. I don't know. I think that's a great start for the Empire. Maybe some new pilots, maybe some generic upgrades. But I know they mentioned that they don't want to do that because this is going to be for new players, so it's not going to have anything new in it. So, um, that is a double-edged sword. I'm happy, but I'm sad because I know that I'm gonna buy them because I'm gonna want those ships. But when they mentioned the YT-2400, that's not going to. It's gonna come with new pilots and new upgrades because they're gonna change the
Okay,
rules for
my,
it.
my question is,
Yeah,
how many times has the YT-2400 been re-released now?
well, 0 times. It's not in 2.0 packaging.
Okay, but yet people are flying it in 2.0.
Well, they can in 2.5 because it is extended and you can buy an expansion pack for it, but it doesn't come with its own 2.0 box, which is what keeps it out of extended, which is the problem. So I would love the Lambda and the TIE bomber in the 3 ship pack, but I know that's not going to happen because you need it to be generic upgrade cards that are not new to the game. So it's not going to be new pilots, which I mean, I'm not hopeful that that's going to happen. So
Let's face it, we're not really going to see a lot of generic pilots ever.
well, I know there were a lot of people mentioning the generic pilots, but I mean, to stay on
We can
point,
mention it all we want.
I know. To stay on point, I think they're going to re-release a certain amount of extended or unreleased ships that are still in 1.0 packaging. We're not going to end up getting everything back, which is kind of
No.
depressing. Even in 20 to
Yeah,
30 years.
I don't think that, as much as I would love K-Wings to come back, I don't think they're going to.
I don't think they're going to ever.
I think they're going to leave those ships out of there, and it's
We
just
predicted
like,
that
yeah,
forever ago.
it's just like, yep, we really don't like that ship. We're going to bring back something really just, it was seen for half a second, and it's really popular. And it's like, I thought it was a pretty popular ship, but hey, that's beside the point.
I know.
Um,
So I don't. I think maybe we're gonna see 1 to 2 re-releases this year. Maybe, hopefully, the Lambda.
which is such a far cry from what we were used to with like FFG. Oh, here's 4 ships
Well, so
every quarter.
I think we're gonna get new ships. If we want to talk about the new ship, let's talk about. I mean,
You know
the
what?
Fondor
I don't want
Hallcraft.
any new ships. I don't
No,
want any new ships
oh well,
until they bring back every
yes,
ship
that's
that
not gonna
hasn't made it
happen.
through yet.
It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry,
But
because of the mere
but this
fact.
is my, I'm allowed to say my personal opinion.
Well, it's your opinion, not your prediction. You can't predict that's gonna happen when we both know it's not.
Correct. I'm
um,
just AMG. If you're listening, what do you think?
And so this goes now to extended ships. Extended ships are not in standard play, which means we have all these ships and you can't play them in standard tournaments. And I always hear the same thing, which is you can fly them whenever you want, just not here.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
and it's
If
the
you're at home and you want to play on your kitchen table, feel free.
exactly.
If you're going to get into the competitive game, no.
Yeah, so it's disheartening because like when I do bring the ships that are in extended, like the guys like,
Hmm.
oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, how do I get that? How do I pick it up? It's like you got to go buy this, and this, and but even then, if you ever want to play it in a tournament, you can't. And I don't do that just to go like, nah, don't bother buying it. It's more of well, it's not in standard, and they go, oh, and then you can just see like, oh, doesn't that ship doesn't exist to me. So I can fly it, but people just they don't care that
Right.
it's not in standard. So I would love to see them start bringing in ships into standard play. I know that they said they won't, but they really need to start re-releasing certain ships this year to get
It,
people to come back as well.
well, I mean, last year they had so many ships that they re-released. Oh, that's not right.
No, they
They
did not.
really did.
They didn't re-release
Yeah.
any. They haven't
Yeah. Yeah.
re-released any since
No.
taking
No.
over.
Yeah. How many years is that now? Two
I mean, I'm
years?
probably wrong. I always am. Someone's gonna be like, "No, they re-released this ship." Yeah, the Alpha class, the gunboat, is also, which I know people are very excited for. Um, but I think those are going to be in their own individual packs rather than in these new core set packs that they're talking about. Which I
Right.
really, I would love the Lambda shuttle with 2 TIE bombers with like new pilots and stuff. But I mean, I don't think they're going to do that. So Uh, other than that, anything else to mention about re-releasing ships or extended ships?
I got nothing other than come on, AMG, get off the dime.
So, yeah, I like. I understand they're not gonna make a lot of money re-releasing ships. That's a cold hard fact. Unless there are new pilots involved, but even then, that might not draw enough people to buy it. Because then they'll just buy the cards online separately. Because there are people who will buy
So
the ship and then
Liam Liam Baker, who obviously is a very brilliant man because he agrees with us here,
yeah,
has no releases as of yet, unless you count the Hawk in the Scum Pack.
yeah. I see they sneak
And
them
I
in
don't
there,
really
don't they?
count that.
They sneak him in there. The Defender, yeah, that was another one. I guess they snuck that one for the Imperials.
And so, I mean, so in 2 years, they've had two ships.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
They're,
okay.
they are operating at the speed of smell.
At the speed
That's
of
the only
smell.
thing I can say. Okay.
Oh, did I put one out of order? Oh, yeah, no, I put one of these out of order. Where is it? Oh, never mind. Okay, plans for the future.
Okay, wait a second. Liam says, "Give me the Umbaran Starfighter and the Fan Blade."
the fan blade. That sounds so evil, but so silly at the same time.
I kind of like it.
I know. Taste my
I'm
fan
not
blade. Like a fan, like just the blade of a fan. I mean,
gonna,
sure, that doesn't sound evil. Then it comes out,
because they
it's
don't
like,
have air conditioning in the Star Wars universe.
or underwear. They don't have underwear.
That's right.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, plans for the future. They did say and should say and will release more scenarios. I want a first order and resistance scenario. I was even talking with some people at the store. They're like, "Where's Scum's scenario?" And it's like, it's a very good question. And if you want to appease the masses, make a Scum scenario that fits with any other any other faction. That's it. So I know they want to do quick cards, but make it to where the scenario can expand into any faction, not just the factions in the box. Which that was another weird thing on Reddit. People are like, I can't believe they wrote it exactly like they did in the movies, and that was the scenario, and I can't play any other faction in this scenario. I'm like, the Battle of Yavin? Yeah. That's because it
She had to
was.
be there.
And it's like,
I was there, Patrick.
exactly.
I remember. The
I mean,
rebels took me in. I was. Oh wait, never mind.
it's just like complaining that at the storm or at the Battle of Normandy, why were there no French? I mean, just saying. Why were there no French in the box? It's like because they weren't there. It wasn't historic. I mean, you can play French if you want. You 100% can take your your
The
separatists.
resistance was there.
No, you could take your separatists and your Galactic Republic and play the Battle of Yavin. There is nothing to say that you can't. The points in the scenarios
Yeah,
fit. You can play quick builds. You can do whatever you want. There's nobody guarding you, and all of these factions can take proton or advanced proton torpedoes, so you're fine.
yeah.
Um,
AMG is not going to take your Star Wars license away from you.
that would be
You can
great.
just feel free to go at it, right?
No one expects the AMG Inquisition. They just bust in and take all your ships and run away. So, yeah, for those people confused on Reddit, you can play any scenario in your home any way you'd like. You don't have to play Rebel versus Imperial. But I would like to see a Scum scenario into which you can include any faction against Scum, and
Could you imagine Scum trying to get into the trench run?
oh, that'd be great. I would love to see just like some Sikhs flying in there trying to blow up the Death
I
Star.
realize now we have to like play test that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I want to get it. I want to get a bunch of us together to play the Siege of Coruscant, so we can do it on the next podcast, because that scenario is amazing. I like it better than Battle of Yavin. Yeah. Oh, geez, I wrote a lot here, but I just want the bullet points here.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, the X-wing season. Jeez. So they're used
we
to.
don't have a season anymore.
No, it's just nonstop all the time. I really think that's during the summer. That's when you should bust out your scenarios and your HOTACs and your campaigns and just have fun. So we should have seasons. Yeah, the next one is for First Order and Resistance, and it should come out this year. That should be another thing that comes out this year. It should not be pushed to 2024. So if AMG does do store champs, which circles back, I think they should do that for a certain amount of time. It should not be all year round. There should be a gap for where people can take a break. Let's bring that back. It would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, expect to see more ships. I'm going to read this. So funny, I know that a miniatures game desiring more from designers. AMG has been playing it safe with releasing quick builds and updating older pilots with new abilities and different chassis. But people always want new ships, especially ships that they spot in movies and on TV shows. I mean, they did the Razor Crest. That's amazing.
Great. Hey, that was good.
They definitely need to do the Fondor Hallcraft. If you haven't seen Andor, go watch it. It's amazing. That ship in that hot minute is incredible.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, it makes space dust of a bunch of TIE fighters. And we were just talking about this. I understand the risk of making new molds and, designing cards, figuring out how it should fly, stop it from being overpowered, and also not wanting to fail as well. But that's an obstacle you're going to have to face, because as many people say, I see Marvel Crisis Protocol coming out with a damn but this thing, I play Marvel Crisis Protocol and I love every single model that comes out, because there is a endless line of characters that you can create for that game, and Star Wars has an endless line of ships that you can create. And I'm not even going to want to talk about the red tape that Marvel has to go through to approve a character, because of different people buying different characters over the years, because Stan Lee was just a nut job and just selling the rights to everything, which is why Sony owns Spider-Man still. But yeah, well, I mean, new ships, more new ships.
Yeah, and bring back the K-Wings.
And always bring back the K-Wings.
Sorry, just
Yeah, they've definitely taken a quick win with the card packs. That's the great thing. Those are great. Keep pumping those out and learn from your mistakes, which they are making a good amount of them, and they need to increase their QC team as well. Yeah, license renewal. So that's the only thing I haven't seen with the license renewal. I think the deadline happened. Correct. So, and they've already announced that they're producing more stuff, so I would assume that it's done. They have the license again.
Yeah.
And don't do the new 2 years thing. It's been 3 years. AMG has had time to develop stuff.
Yeah.
They've had time. It's like,
They have.
and I remember
Sorry, they
seeing
have.
this on our Facebook page. It's like, oh, when is it okay for AMG to make mistakes? And it's like, yeah, I think we're past that. It's been 3 years. They've been able to catch up. They've released their own stuff. You know,
Yeah.
they're holding it. I can't blame FFG anymore.
Their name is on the box.
It's like seared right in the
Just
side.
saying, their name
Just
is
saying.
on the box. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to. I want to. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
We have all of these ships from 1.0 that haven't made the transition over.
Yeah.
It cannot be hard to come up with the pilots pack, which allows us to go out and buy the pilots for all of these ships that have been released in 1.0. I don't mind using my X-Wing K-Wings from when I first bought them. Just give me the new pilots with the new stats and let me go to town. And let's be done with this stupidity. You know, I don't need you to put out a brand new ship. I'll use my old one. Thank you. That's no problem. Just give me a new Miranda Donai card and let me go to town.
See,
That
that would
can't be that
be
hard
great.
to come up with paper.
True. I mean, it's the concept of the card has to go with the ship. That's the problem. And to put the ship
No,
and the cards in a
it
box
doesn't.
costs too much money to do because there are still ships in 1.0 boxes. And I've seen the comments of people like, just rip the
You
1.0
rebel. Do
boxes.
something different, AMG.
Well, just rip the 1.0 box open, take the ship out, put it in a 2.0 box. I wish it was that simple. It really isn't, though. Because then it's gathering up old stock, getting staff to do that, and replacing all of that stuff, as well as developing the cards and all that. And, you know, there's going to be damage. Ships aren't going to be really, you know, up to snuff anymore, or it's not going to make the clearance. Plus, removing a ship from a box and putting it in another, there's going to be mistakes. It's not a good idea. I would love them to do that, and there are stores that did do that when second edition came out. They literally just took it out, put it in a plastic bag, and sold it for a discount, because it was, you know, lucrative for them to do so. Yeah, handling of X-Wing on the Sixth Takers. Yeah, I listen to you guys sometimes.
I like his last 3 words. Communication needs improvement.
Yeah, and so
you are not kidding there, Liam.
It's we did a whole thing on that. I don't. It's not that we don't like them talking. We love that they do it, but it needs to be coordinated. Oh, that was another thing. That let's jump to that. Oh, Nelly. So yeah, they do need to expand on their studio. I mean, if you go to their website, which this is on par with what we're literally about to talk about, you go to their website, atomicmassgames.com. They literally have Star Wars Legion, Star Wars Shatterpoint, Star Wars X-Wing, and Star Wars Armada. That is up there, the first thing you see. If you scroll down, you then see Marvel Crisis Protocol in its own little section. So it's not like we're taking over. It's like, okay, cool. They've carved out a space on their main page. That's a nice step.
It's a positive.
You click there, and there is no place to click to order.
Crickets. Crickets.
I've
just hear
looked.
The chirping in the background.
Oh, okay. You can click on the 3 things on the top right and click shop. Where that brings me just to X. Oh, okay. That just brings me to Asmodee. Doesn't even bring me to the X-Wing section. It just says shop, and it brings me to asmodee.com. That's not efficient. So, and they've been saying that they've been wanting to update. So if I go to the Crisis Protocol part, I can click box sets, terrain packs, characters. And I don't even have to click that. I can just scroll down and start seeing characters. I click on any of those characters. It says available now. I click there. It brings me over to asmodee.com. Doesn't even bring me to the Hulk, but it's at least I can click the shop now. And I can click on it and see the image of the ships and all that. Yeah, redheaded stepchild, absolutely. But I think Legion's extremely popular. Armada, I think, is gaining traction again just because people want to play something Star Wars. They don't care what it is, and so they're jumping to it. And now we've got Shatterpoint coming out, to which we're going to take a look at it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to try to play, a starter game of it to see what it's like. But yeah, I think they need to seriously update their website. The other
Yes.
thing, restock your mats.
Yeah. It would be very nice.
For
You know, those 3x3
2023.
things that you play on.
Please restock your mats. You got to figure out something. Design them,
Okay. Even if
rate
it's
them.
just the Starfield. Okay.
Yeah.
Just give us something.
Holy jeez. Literally just take a black mouse pad that's 3 by 3 feet and just sprinkle a brush with white
Paint and then just sell it. Let it dry and then roll it up and sell it. Okay. Well, there's people that'll buy it.
Let
Okay.
it dry. I love
Just,
it. Oh man.
sakes.
I'm sorry, we're having way too much fun. All
Well,
right.
to us, it seems like common sense.
We
To
don't know
them,
what
there's got to be
happens.
something. There's got to be something that doesn't allow them to have that common sense, or they may have the common sense, or something is prohibiting them from doing it. I don't know what it is. We'll never know because they don't tell you anything.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
Liam, we will be at Adepticon that weekend, sir.
So I'm gonna try and get there for, I think, what is it, Friday or Saturday? I'm trying to gonna go to event, but it won't be an X-wing event because I'm doing the Gen Con X-wing event, and then I think next year I'm gonna try to go. I say every year I'm gonna go to Worlds. I
Yeah,
do
you do
want to
say
play.
that.
I do want to play in Worlds. I want to play X-wing competitively again now that there is scenarios, and I'm actually practicing. I play 2-3 times a week now. It's insane.
Yeah,
Actual,
he's crazy.
I
He's
am
crazy.
crazy. I'm not crazy. They put me in a
You are
box once.
crazy.
That made me crazy. Yeah. The other thing, the last thing is boo hiss exactly. Um, Epic.
But
Come on,
yes,
come on.
really, how hard can that
And
possibly be?
and people like I don't want to hear anyone say nobody plays Epic. You're full of it because I know lots of people that play Epic, and they're waiting for the points, and they
Yeah,
don't want to invest in ships. And I'm not gonna say it isn't hard. It is hard to update these points. But in another point, if it's not a competitive thing, you're just doing it for fun, get in the ballpark of points. You can
yeah,
adjust them later. It's fine.
yeah. You know,
Because
it's almost as if they just want us to do our own thing. Just you know what, do whatever makes you happy.
and I'm really tired of typing in Facebook. They haven't updated to 2.5 points, but you can just divide by 10 and play it that way. It's fine. Like there's new players every day looking to play Epic, and that's exactly what they ask about. Where are the points for 2.5 Epic? And it's like, well, there aren't any.
Yeah.
It's fan based, but it's okay because we
Yeah.
created a
You know
scenario to
what?
where
Go
you
back to
can
your
play.
1.0 rules for anything epic. Just
Yeah,
have fun.
no, 2.0 has points, but not 2.5. So
That's true.
and
Just revert back to the other rule book that's no longer there
yeah,
and
and they got to
go.
update the rules as well.
Yeah.
But do they really? The rules still work with
I don't know.
2.5.
It's 60 pages long now. You might as well have that bound.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Don't be in charge of my own happiness.
$40. $40 get you a rule book.
Well, you
You
know what's
know.
funny, Liam? If you leave it to chance and just say, "Hey, everyone, here's the game. Have fun," they're gonna be like, "No, but we need this to know how to play it." And they're like, "No, it's your own fun. Just make it." And then it's like, "But tell us how to make our own fun, damn it!" And then they
Yeah.
do, and then people say, "Well, that's stupid. I'm just gonna go do my own fun." And it's like, wait, you guys asked what you wanted, and we gave it to you, and then you're just gonna do your own thing anyway? When we told you to do that in the beginning, it's like, yes. It's like, God damn it. Well, why'd you guys
Yeah.
even bother asking? Well, because we want to know what you guys think, because you guys designed the game. And it's like, but you didn't like what we did. You don't like what we think. It's like, yeah, but now we know.
Yeah.
If that made any
Well,
sense.
no, it makes really good sense. Which kind of we're almost getting to the end here.
I know we've been
When
going
I
for.
read this, what you wrote
Ooh,
right here,
do you want me to read that whole thing?
I want you to read what I just.
Oh, what did you write? Oh,
Well, okay. You see that highlighted there?
oh yes. Um,
This is important, and I agree with Patrick 112% in this one sentence. So much so.
you want me to do it or you want to read it?
Yeah, here, I'll do it. Fine, I don't care.
Okay.
His point that is worth his point is worth repeating over and over and over again. And everybody who is playing this game needs to keep repeating this. AMG needs to make their move in 2023. If they do not, you might as well get yourself a 6-inch nail, a couple of them, and just nail the coffin shut, because if they don't, they're just letting it shrivel and die. It'll be their fault,
Like,
not ours.
the more that you
Theirs.
announce these things and the longer you put it off, the more you're going to upset people. More people,
Yep.
and Liam already said this, but I literally wrote this, Liam. It says, "You've kept my attention with card pack scenarios and some new ships, but we need a reason to travel and play. I expect more local tournaments and support for local gaming. I've heard and read my fair share of players stating their store no longer carries X-Wing or their local player base is dried up. They don't need to go crazy and implement a tournament at every store from coast to coast." We did that, and it really hurt people because we, instead of having like 40 people tournaments, we had 10 because the other 30 people were at 3 other tournaments.
And a few weeks ago, I went to a local game store, and it's not Eternal. I went to another one, looking for a game for a friend of mine for Christmas. And of course, I'm going to stop and look at their X-Wing stuff because, plastic crack, right? There was actual dust on the ships on the rack.
Yeah.
Dust. Dust. And I'm like, when did that happen? How are you not selling anything that there would be dust on these ships? And I mean, the thought just kind of scared me a little bit. Like, here is a game store, and there are other games, they were sold out of stuff, and you could tell things were moving.
Yep.
It's not like they're not. But here at this one store, yeah, you might as well be dead.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that was sad.
I want to say you also need to start with a solid store base and build outward. So if AMG, if you're going to implement these store champs, go to stores that have a lot of players, and you're going to have to start looking around at that and reaching out.
And if the stores aren't going to buy the store kits, you are going to have to make them available so that TOs can buy them from you. And what the heck do you care? $15 is $15 in your pocket.
Yeah.
Whether it comes from
a store or a player,
Mike, or whether it comes from store owner. Okay, you got the $15.
Exactly. Yeah. Grant tickets to events for the winners and get the competitive scene back up and running. Give the players a reason to travel to a store rather than just practice online for a chance to win at Gen Con or PAX. I don't know if that's a sustainable model to have online tournaments and then have people go to giant events like, I don't even know what they call them anymore. It's PAX Unplugged and Gen Con and Adepticon's Worlds. I don't know what these events are anymore. But yeah, and it starts small. Just do store champs. Get them out by 2023, please. And now I'll do this speech for you, Robert. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay. It finally comes now to you, the player. That's you.
Yep.
I've read all your comments, posts, blogs. I've watched your videos and even listened to your podcasts. This is whole thing just what I expect of AMG. It's basically my predictions for what they're going to be doing. This is what I expect from the community in 2023. We've also made posts and podcasts about how to get people back into your store. Me and other players recently were approached by someone who worked in the local store we frequent. Stores want you to come and play X-Wing, but they need a reason to invest in the game just like you. Buying isn't enough. You need to stay and play with your friends. Invite more people to play and stay vigilant. Players aren't just going to show up like they used to without a reason. If you want people in the store playing, start a league night. Don't expect someone else to do it for you, because that's
here.
That's just gonna kill it because someone's like, why doesn't somebody just start a league? It's like, why don't you just start a league?
Okay, start at the league.
Well, I don't have time. It's like, exactly. You need someone that can dedicate either 1 to 2 days a week and be at the store for hours on end. I can understand it's intimidating. You may
Yeah, it
make
is.
tons of mistakes and even create a few enemies, but it comes with the territory of trying to start a community either by working at or just being at a store a lot. You may even have a store owner who won't help at all, or may even have a store, or may even have a store to play in. You may not have one locally. This is where you can reach out to the community. This is that moment where you're like, what do I do? Where should I start? What's my limits? And bank that knowledge. If you don't have a store, reach out to a church or a library, or I'm sure Robert's going to rattle off some much better ideas after I'm done. If you need prizes, most providers offer a community organization discount. We do at Recon Tokens. I know other people do. I don't want to speak for them and say, hey, so and so told us you get a discount for this, but go ask Crow Paw. Go ask Hybrid Designs. Go ask all of them.
Worst they can say is no.
Exactly. That's the worst case they can do. If your store doesn't carry X-Wing, start pre-ordering in groups of people rather than one at a time to increase sales. And also, the more that you pre-order for your store, then they'll start tacking on purchases behind that, and then your store will actually start getting its stuff on time. That's another weird thing with the distributors. Unless you order an X amount, they'll get it late.
Yeah.
If your store orders like $10,000 of X-Wing every wave, then yeah, they get it directly on time. If they don't, they might not. They'll get it like weeks later. And it takes a community leader, so that's you. And if you're like, who, me? Yeah, you. You're a community leader now.
That
I've
guy
nominated
in the
you.
Hawaiian shirt in the back.
I'm the eating
That one guy, you
Cheetos
see him.
in the beanbag chair.
Yes. Don't care.
It takes
Start the league.
it takes a leader and to make this game great, and you're gonna learn on the job really quick. So yeah, you're getting more people over time, which is, it's really great. But that's the thing. When transitions like this happen, I've seen it with 40K to where the community just gone. You had a good amount of people playing, and new edition comes out, nobody wants to play it. It's gonna take time, and COVID really pushed that envelope really far when it came to returning numbers. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I go to stores, there's a few people playing, but not an awful lot of everything. Like, there's a few players here, a few players there, like, but I think that with X-Wing, it went through a major overhaul during COVID while a lot of other games didn't, and that's a setback that it has to face. But I really think the game is not dead. It's, I think, the best version of X-Wing so far. I've had tons of fun playing it. Of course, I have grievances with, how they announced it and certain mechanics in the game, but honestly, I've never had more fun playing this goddamn thing. I won't lie. So, any other I know you wanted to add, like, where else can you play X-Wing if you don't have a local store?
Okay, so in my area, all throughout the summer months, literally, actually, it was pretty much spring all the way to fall. My local library has had gaming on Saturdays. You could bring in a game. There was a local group of guys that were in there, and they were playing all kinds of games, whether it was X-Wing or it was tanks or it was Catan or you name it, the game was there. There was like 20, 30 guys showing up to try different games every Saturday, and it was like for 3 or 4 hours.
Yep.
So try that. The next thing you do is you go to your local church. If you are a member of a church, say, hey, look, I want to start doing this thing. One thing you can do is get, the youth of that church into the game. Or you can find a small church in your area that has nothing going on. And a Saturday, it's say, how much would it cost me to rent your room here? We're not going to allow any food. The worst it's going to be is beverage, and we will make sure that it's clean as we leave it, blah, blah, blah. If we have to set up the tables ourselves, we'll do that. Do what it takes, And I would also suggest that you try like the Veterans of Foreign Wars. You try AMVETS. You try any veterans organization that has a hall that's not doing anything on a Saturday or a Thursday night or a Wednesday night.
Yep.
And it's like, look, I can give you $30 for there. Charge your participants. Now I know that sounds weird. Charge them $5 a head. And what do they get for $5 a head? Go to your bucket of goodies, your alternate art cards that you have laying around, your acrylic. Talk to us, talk to Crow Paul, talk to whomever about getting
That's
yourself,
that's
some
another thing.
tokens that are a giveaway.
If you
You
have enough
charge them
people,
$5.
if it's
Yeah.
$30 to rent the hall and you have more than enough players to cover the cost of the hall, then all of that overhead then can go towards more prizes.
Remember that. You get six guys at $5 a head, that pays for the hall.
Exactly. And that you don't have to do it once a week. You could do it once a month or something like that. And I was even
Yeah.
like, I wanted to harp on this because I've seen a lot of people say the guy that, runs the store or the girl that runs the store, they don't carry X-Wing. They don't want to carry X-Wing. I get no help from them. It's like, and they're the only store around. It's like, okay, you can still go in there and play. If you need to order something, order from them so it gets shipped, through the store. So, and then eventually, if there is enough popularity, it drives the notion to that person like, I'm pre-ordering a lot of X-Wing lately, and the guys everyone keeps asking me to carry it. Maybe I should start carrying it because I'm starting to see, and like they're not going to do it until you give them a
Right.
reason
You know,
because they're there to make
you are
money.
not going, and I want you to keep this in mind. You are not going to build a community in 2 weeks.
No, oh my God, no, holy
Okay,
jeez.
this is going to take you anywhere from 2 to 8 months to build a
Yeah,
community.
let me tell you,
Okay,
it's been I would love to scroll back in my Discord for where a player reached out to me directly. We met at a store. He then brought his friend. He just brought a new friend last week. I then reached out to another friend to see if he could start coming again. And now that we're doing Hotak, the Discord just went, I'd love to play. I'd love to come and play. So people, all of a sudden, it's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 months of just 2 or 3 guys coming and playing every Wednesday, and people walking by and be like, oh my God, X-Wing, I haven't seen that in forever.
yeah,
Yeah, I still have my ships. Like, your presence at the store brings people there. It happens. And that's the only way to.
Patrick, look what I'm pointing to here.
Oh, geez, that's a lot of X-Wing.
Okay, this is all X-wing.
Yeah,
Right?
and then guess what? That's not even. That's, I think,
It's not everything.
No, and
That's not
also that
everything.
isn't even the last, like, 6 waves.
Yeah,
You stopped buying X-Wing, like, so long ago.
yeah.
And it's not
I
because you don't
did.
play. It's just you're like, no, I don't play Separatists. I don't play First Order. I play Rebels. You're like Rebels. That's it. Oh man,
Liam just said here, a private, healthy environment is worth $5 alone.
for
Okay,
hours.
so here I'm going to put it to you this way, and this is how you sell it. How much does it cost to go see a movie? Let's take a 3-hour movie.
Oh
What's that
jeez.
new? What's that new movie that just came out?
Puss in Boots.
Avatar.
The
No,
nine line.
Avatar. Avatar.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour movie. So it costs you $15 to walk into the theater for your ticket, and so for $15 you get to watch a movie for 3 hours
Oh,
quietly.
well, 4 plus with the coming attractions. Good God.
Right. So, okay. So for $5, you can sit there and play X-Wing and have a snack and
Yep.
have a great time and in an I like this, a private, healthy environment. Okay. Um, why not? Why would you not? And I mean, you get six guys, $30. You pays for your little space. Okay. You get 8 guys, you got $40, and now you can buy some extra doohickeys and thingamabobs and some swag, and you get 10 guys in there, and now you got $50. You see how this is working here, right?
Yep. And
And
then you
you are
build up.
being,
Yeah, you build up to a tournament of your own, and then maybe if a
yeah,
store champ comes around, that's when you like.
you know, and
So
realistically speaking, a store championship. Okay, you're charging $10, $15 for the right to be there.
Yeah.
And that's where the money comes in to pay for the tables and to pay for that gaming space and to pay for your tournament kit, which AMG, I'm sure at some point will think about doing.
And see, that's we're gonna bring it all around back to AMG because we just gave the exact course on what needs to be done in order for someone to build their
Yeah.
community. We've done so many episodes and
Okay.
podcasts on it and how to get
So,
new
so
people
AMG,
playing.
if you're listening,
Which you don't
we
listen to
just
people.
showed you how to avoid the big, giant iceberg in front of you. Okay?
Yep.
Take a corrective course and listen to us.
No,
You know,
because I always say
because
never listen to morons like us. Don't ever listen.
we're not the only ones saying this, though,
Oh, I
Patrick.
know.
That's the thing.
But I always tell them don't ever listen to your community. They have no idea what they're talking about. But at
Yeah.
least give them your attention every now and then because you will notice things. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that before. You know what? Let's take a look at that again. And I think
Yeah.
COVID. I'm not going to say COVID's over. I mean, but this is it. This is your year. If you keep pushing it off, you're going to have trouble down the road further. And I know it might be tough. It's like crap. We've never run organized play before. We never really taken on a game that can be as worldwide as it was one of the biggest freaking board games competitively in the world at one point, next to 40K, which it beat out. You can make that happen again. You just got to
At one time, yeah.
build out small.
And now
Start with
it's
your
not
store
in the
champs.
top 10.
Start with your store champs. Start them almost very quickly after Worlds. Get those kits out. Get something going. Because if all of a sudden you're doing 2024, 2025, like I don't know what that's going to do. Yeah, calling you out. Pistols down.
Yeah,
well, because that's the thing. If you wait too long and the community takes it over, you're going to have a very hard time taking it back. And then that's...
Yeah, because we'll run it and we'll run it better than you.
Well, yeah. And everyone's like, well, what's the problem with that? It's like, because then it's...
And we'll make up our own rules.
And that's the problem. Then you have way too many captains at their own helm venturing off, doing this and doing that. And
you'll splinter.
And you'll splinter your community.
And then you're going to have 5 or 6 different, tournaments that are calling themselves Worlds. And, right? So...
Yeah, you want a mothership. You want some localized focus point to work towards.
Right now, just pull your heads out of the sand. But here's my bit of advice to you, and it's from the military: lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Yeah, I know it's scary, and I know you have to work with so much nonsense to get things in motion when it comes to like IPs and approvals, and then going to QC and all that stuff. But man, this is your year. This is you seize Carpe Diem, seize the day. This is it, 2023. I mean, we're already 3 days in, and I have not seen anything about anything we've mentioned. And there's the problem.
Look at what happened to Blood Bowl.
Blood Bowl is blown up. Yeah, Blood Bowl is its own community now, and look at BattleTech. BattleTech has its own community-run thing, and it's got so many players, and it's exploding. And I would hate to see that as the future, not because it wouldn't be successful, because I really don't like it when the community is running things, because it's not always easy to find information. It's nice when you find it at the source, and AMG needs to put up a beacon. Gundor calls Frayed, whatever you want, whatever nerdum you want to attach to this. But please make this the year that you do do these things and that you committed to.
Patrick said, Carpe Ludus. Carpe Ludus.
Ludus, not Dia?
No, that would be seize the game.
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Seize it, damn it.
Seize the game.
Seize the game. Grab it by the haunches.
You can see it. You can make it. Make it, Danny Noonan. Make
exactly.
Noonan.
Yeah. I mean, any other comments? Because we did have a bunch of people watching and coming in and out. If you guys have any questions, comments about what you want to expect from 2023, I mean, that's everything I'm expecting. I'm expecting AMG to make good on their promises for
Yeah,
what they were saying.
because frankly, if they don't in 2023, I'm out. Mic drop. I'm done.
No, you're out. See, that's the thing. It's not that I'm out. It's just
I'm
you're
sorry.
gonna
I'd
have.
rather go to a different gameplay that where I feel that I'm valued as a customer.
No, I would
That
say to
I'm
where you have some direction. That's what I think it is.
okay. I need to feel valued for my time in gameplay. I need to feel that I, 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 that the company actually cares that you know I'm playing their game and well here we put this out and we did this and we did this and we're keeping on top of stuff and here's our website and we keep it updated and we put out information and we don't make you like jump over 15 hoops to find information and I mean
Yeah,
like, I
and
got to be honest, I hate the way that AMG gives out information.
I know. I don't even watch the streams
Because
anymore.
I have no interest in Marvel Crisis Protocol. I don't. Sorry. Okay.
Well, you
So
don't
I'm
like
not gonna
watching them.
watch.
You don't like watching
So
them
I'm not.
paint it while waiting for
So
information.
I'm not gonna watch some guy who does beautiful work. By the way, don't get me wrong. He's beautiful paint work. Okay, I can appreciate it for what it is. But I'm not gonna watch you. Paint the Hulk in hopes that you're going to mention the game that I like to play.
Mm, I know, and it's
Okay,
man, it's a very
paint a
confusing
ship,
time.
and I'll watch you, and then you can talk about the game and the stuff you're going to do.
Exactly.
How
Oh
hard is
man.
that?
Whew.
Oh,
All
you
right.
know,
Anything else?
AMG, get off the dime, fix your website, make it easier to order stuff, restock the damn mats, update the epic points, get out the new ships as rapidly as possible, and just do something.
Do come on, come on, do something, AMG. And like I
No,
like I
not like the smoke signals on the second night of the new moon.
exactly.
Okay.
I know we've been like poking at them and like really, but man, I think they've been doing great work. I think they can continue to do great work, and I know the community is just like waiting, like honestly, just wait
With
for the
bated breath.
yes for all of this to start coming to fruition,
Yes.
and it's got to
So
happen.
make it happen.
And that's if you want it to happen, AMG. This is your year. If you don't, you're not going to. I don't think you're going to get it back because then you'll start doing things and then people just won't abide, and that's just going to make things awkward.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we've done store champs. It's like, cool. No, we've already had those for like a year, 2 years, even. I don't know. Like, great, sure. Yeah, our community runs one or better, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Don't put out store champs.
So 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 like I say, to any would be tournament organizers, you just want information. You want to get an idea of what's going on. Contact us at Recon Tokens. We can help you out with whatever you want to do for like a tournament organizers kit without having to break your wallet because let's face it, a lot of stores are not going to buy stuff for you. So, that's why we do a significant discount for those guys.
Of course, mention
Look at us, look at Curl Paw, look at even Hybrid's design. There's options out there, guys, to get you reasonably economical materials to set up your own tournaments.
yeah, even speak with your own store. 'Cause a lot of them are starting to dedicate themselves to doing stuff like that as well, which blew my mind. I walked into the Battle Standard, they opened some back door. They're like, "We can make you whatever you want back here." They had a laser cutter, 3D printers, you name it, they had it back there, and they were like, "Yeah, just pay for the plastic. We'll design it and cut it for you." I'm like,
And
"That's
to answer your
awesome."
question, Liam, yes, we ship to the UK. I have sent tournament kits over to the UK. I've sent the
Yeah.
tournament kits to someone to Brazil.
Oh yeah. We've done
And then
Australia.
Australia, several to Canada,
South America. or Mexico.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
and we did. Well, Brazil is in South America, dude.
No, but like
Germany. We did
I couldn't
Germany,
remember if it
and
was we hit Mexico or if it was just Brazil and South America. I'm like I'm pretty sure we
we
like
did Mexico too,
okay,
and
yes.
then Ireland. Have not done one in Scotland yet, so
Ooh, come on, Scotland.
my kinsmen, you need to step up here, okay? If
They have do they have games in Scotland? I have no idea. I mean, they just throw
well,
capers.
God, yeah. Other than the Highland games are out there,
That's they hurl capers and shoot arrows, all that good stuff. I don't know if they play actual board games.
Yeah, Liam, those two companies, the Same Token and Cargo Two. Out of those two, I really like the Cargo Two stuff.
Mm.
He does beautiful work, real beautiful work out there. It's different from the stuff that we make,
Yep.
but it's quality.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong, he makes good quality stuff. And
I need to order more Pokemon tokens from us.
yeah,
I need to
definitely need to.
reorganize. Well, no, my son wanted to play Pokemon last night or 2 nights ago, and they built their own decks. We used our tokens because like it is ridiculously a lot of amount of cards, and I'm like, why do I even need tokens for this game? And then we get into the game like, why don't they have tokens for this game?
So I mean, but we got tokens for Marvel Crisis Protocol too. We
Yeah.
got tokens for X-Wing. We got tokens for World of Tanks. We got War at Sea. We've
Oh,
got
World of Tanks.
Pokemon. We've got Aliens. We've got Shall we go on? The list goes on and on and on and on.
Exactly. Hey,
Um,
listen, X-wing people, our World of Tanks stuff is starting to catch up. So you better start watching.
hey, I got no problem with that. I love World of
I'm
Tanks.
not. Hey,
Absolutely
listen,
love
I
World
got
of
my World
Tanks.
of Tanks sitting right here, um,
I think I can
and I
find.
just finished painting my Yogg Tiger, and I threw that up.
Don't laugh.
But yeah, absolutely. I mean, I even have these
Here,
X-wing
wait.
cards sitting right here, though.
Damage check.
Oh, I
Wait.
really want to send something. I love giving away prizes. I really want to send something away, but I won't do it on this stream. I'll do it when we do it on Twitch.
Dude, I've even got War at Sea stuff on my desk right now.
Exactly. All right, I
Yeah,
think that's
so-
gonna call it. If not, we're just gonna keep rambling.
Yeah. And I don't think anybody wants to just hear us ramble.
No, definitely
So,
not. Well, there's
um,
nothing else to do on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But
well, there's that.
I will announce. I don't know if I'll get it up tomorrow. That shouldn't have come out wrong. I don't think I'm gonna set up at the store locally tomorrow when it comes to streaming, but I'm gonna try to set up streaming at the store Wednesday nights when I do play, whether it's HOTAC, the events, or just standard play. I'm going to at least try to set up a camera to record, so that way I can upload them online and stuff like that.
I had to mute.
I know you did. And then I mean, I either want to start painting Thursday nights or just playing a random game on Thursday nights on Twitch. I'm gonna try to start that as well, whether it's X-Wing, World of Tanks, or just a random bloody board game. Because yeah, I need to start staying up later because I'm getting too much sleep now, which is a funny thing. So with that, I'm gonna cut it there. Anything else, Robert?
Wait a second.
What?
Wait, Leo says you mentioned giveaway, and now I want one. I didn't even know you guys did them.
Oh yes. So you know what? If you want, I have
There's no table flipping inside the chat room, Liam.
Liam. I don't know. I printed a ton of these out. I still have a ton of them. They are reprint cards. They of course have our logo on the back, and we can't sell them, and that's why we printed them. It is.
But I can mail them free of charge.
Exactly. So we have Obi-Wan in the Delta 7B with here. Let me see if that'll get in there. Come on, focus, damn you.
Oh, there it is.
And it's backwards. It has all the updated text.
it's
It has
right.
the 3 shields, 3 hull, and that was the reprint. I have Arvel with his updated text. I have Hera with her updated text in the A-wing. I have Captain Oinkin with his updated text. Plo Koon
Oinkin.
with his updated text, and also Hera Sandula. So, Liam, if you want me to mail those to you, I can. They're fun little cards that updated the text or errata. We started doing those. God, I forget how many months ago we did them. I'm trying to grab some, throw them in the make playing cards, print out a whole bunch of them and give them away as prizes because people are like, how am I supposed to know the tech? It's all errata, blah. I think I want to do the Reapers next because I like flying Reapers. But yeah, it has all the updated text. So if you want to personally message me, I'll send them to you through the UK through the mail, however much that costs. I'll even send you one of these, which is a round and score tracker, and it's double-sided. So if you want to just use your tokens, you keep track of the turn, and then you keep track of your score with your own token. And yeah, so go ahead, personally message me. I'll send them to you.
Yeah, or send us an email at what is our email now?
Well, our email has always been it's reconspecialisttv@gmail.com.
Yeah, so email us there. We'll get to you, or you can hit us up at recon.tokens at gmail.com. And
No.
The information will get to us.
Get out of here. No, you go to www.recon. Oh, I put a space there. reconpaintgaming.com. That has every link that you could possibly need to get in touch with us or even figure out where any of our social networks are. So it has everything from our podcast to our Twitch channel to our Instagram to our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Discord as well.
He wants to know if we have a Discord he can grab you on.
Yeah, we have a Discord link. Absolutely, we do. Why did that do that? It worked.
I don't know.
Channel me, open app. Oh, I guess it's just gonna open that. I don't know. I'll just grab it right now and throw it in there.
Be that guy.
Yeah, invite and copy. It's copied. There we go.
I don't know if we've talked with Liam before, but Liam, if this is your first time with us, welcome. Thanks for showing up tonight and chatting with us. We always like it when we get to have conversation with everybody who's watching us on YouTube and stuff. So
exactly.
Hope we had a good time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to make good on our promises because I remember a few months back I said I wanted to stream more matches between Robert and us. We wanted people to submit lists so that we could try them out. I want to do that. I do. That is in the cards. Now that I'm on my new schedule.
We do a lot of X-Wing, and we do other unboxings, and we do a lot of World of Tanks, and we're kind of eclectic now.
Yep, we do all sorts of things because we wanted to expand on the channel that was gifted to us, and we want to make it proud. So.
We want to have fun.
Oh God,
who are we kidding?
Life's
too short to not play games.
Thank you, everyone. What? Go ahead.
I got nothing else. So
all right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I had a blast doing this. I really hope everyone starts, going out to the stores and playing somewhere rather than just, staying at home like a glub and playing online. And go visit us at reconpaintgaming.com. Again, has all of our social networking there. Instagram, where we post paint jobs, work we've done, tokens, you name it. Even I made a cake. I made a cake that looked like a purse, and I gave it to my wife for my birthday because we love is a cake.
Not your birthday.
Not my birthday. And Facebook and all that. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me.
Bless you.
All right. Other than that, go visit Recon Tokens. Yeah, from 1.0 days. Visit recontokens.com for all of your token needs. If you have a game, check it out. See if it's there. If it's not, we can custom order it for you for no extra charge. So go ahead and
we custom make it for them.
We custom order it because I just give the order to you. And then you custom make it. So go check out recontokens.com. And yeah, go listen to our podcast because we just did the Battle of Yavin full review to where we got the thing and tell you exactly what we think. And we're going to be doing the Siege of Coruscant soon. We're going to be doing another World of Tanks podcast episode soon. And man, we're just busy. And then Total Con is coming up in February.
Oh, yes.
We're going to be going to that, playing some games.
We're gonna film some stuff.
We may even start an event we weren't even planning to start.
I think we should.
I think we should too. But yeah, from all of us at reconpaintgaming.com, this is Patrick telling you to play casual.
See ya
later.